Hey guys, it's Caleb with White Metal Games here. We got a specialty video for you tonight. As you know, we do consignment on armies, and what that means is when people are tired of playing with old models or they've moved on to their next project, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll send us in their old models and they'll have us consign them for them. So what we do is we'll put them up on sites like eBay or our website, and we'll post blogs about them. And we just advertise them and get the word out about them, and then we try to find buyers for them. Most of the time, eBay is kind of our go-to there. It's where we build most of our business, and it's certainly where we see the most traffic. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll take the armies, we'll break them down into smaller lots. That allows you to buy them for a lower price. It also allows you to acquire units that you want for your army without having to go through the hassle of buying the entire army. It's a little more work for us, but it gets you a better value in the end, which we're all about. So tonight we have a Dark Angels army. Dark Angels came out, about less than 6 months ago, so it's still a very popular army. We're seeing a lot of turnout for it at tournaments and cons at this point. So it's a very hot choice right now. So let me show you what we've got. Fortunately, the army is in a really good condition. It's been well assembled. It's mostly unpainted. The units that are painted to a high tabletop standard. So it's easily a plug-and-play army. You can buy the units you want, put them into your army. They're all based on the regular point-and-click Dark Angels color scheme. So Deathwing to look like Deathwing, Dark Angels look like the regular green Dark Angels. So it's an easy unit to plug into your army. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right to it. So it's easily 2,000 points, and it was designed sort of as a Raven Wing army with Deathwing allies. So you can see there's a lot of bikes here. There's a lot of Terminators here. What's it called? Dual Wing is what my buddy Spence, who's the consigner in this case, is selling it. Dual Wing is what they're calling it, and as you know, I'm not big on meta, so I don't know too much about it. Let's get a little more light on these guys if we can. So going down from left to right, and if the camera is a little blurry, it's just because it's not. So you can see we've got a Belial figure. This is a fine cast figure. We've got him, and he is unassembled. So he's in all of his smaller bits for people who like to paint them in sub-assemblies. We have two of the librarians from the newest 40K box set, and two of the Dark Vengeance, and two of the commanders as well. We've got the Lord on the jet bike, Lord of the Ravenwing, and he's fine cast as well, and he's been well assembled. And we've got the specialty chaplain over here as well from the box set. We've got one command squad here. And it's got its bits separate as well. We left the banner off, so that'll be easier to paint with all those nice little details. We've got the, what do you call the specialty Terminators? The ones with the maces and stuff? Death Knight. So these are the Death Knight Terminator squad. And you can see that they've been primed and base coated with the Army Painter Bone color, which is a really nice core layer to lay down for these guys. It's really nice and easy to build from there. And if you lay down a satin varnish or a gloss varnish on these guys, the wash will really flow into those recesses and give you a really nice starting place to go with these guys. And as you can see, they have their extra bits as well, including the bearer of the Perdificus relic. We've got 5 squads of the bikers from the Dark Vengeance set, selling those off in blocks of 3. And one of those has a biker that I painted myself, actually, as a test piece for Spence's army. So this is a traditional Ravenwing paint scheme, and he'll come with one of those lots as well. One squad of Deathwing Terminators that has been painted to a high-quality tabletop standard. As you can see, the bases have not been touched at all, so it's easy to match those to your own army, whether it be rubble basing or traditional green and dark earth Terran basing. We've got one more squad that have been painted to a tabletop quality standard. This squad of 4 has one that is unpainted. He's got a little bit of green on there. You can see that he started in on that. But it's also primed in that same Army Bone color, so it would be a nice addition if you pick these guys up over here. We have 5 Space Wolf bikers from back from 3rd edition. So these guys are in kind of rough shape. They're definitely a loving unit. You're going to have to give them some love in order to make them work. They would be great if someone has some conversion ideas, or they have got some work they want to do on them, or they want to do some test units. But you get 5 of those. You'll be able to pick those up for a steal because they are in slightly worse condition. So we've got a specialty Tech Priest on bike. This is a nice conversion. You can see he's got that nice Adeptus Mechanicus style axe on there, and he's got the traditional robes and Adeptus Priest on there. So he's a nice looking Tech Priest on bike. We're selling him as a solo piece. We have 4 total painted squads of basic tactical marines, 2 painted by one artist and 2 painted by a different artist. They're all painted to a tabletop quality standard, and some of them are higher than a tabletop quality, just over a tabletop quality. You can tell easily the difference because one of the squads is not based, and this was done by the same artist that did the Deathwatch Marines over here that are not based. So if you like that style, then all you have to do is pick up both squads. You can pick up 2 squads of the TAC Marines without the basing, 1 squad of the Deathwatch Marines without the basing, and it's the same artist that did those. On the other side of that coin, she also did a few other figures. She did a couple of these specialty librarians and a couple of these specialty characters. We've got 2 of each of those. So a lot of nice painted figures in this lot. We're going to break those up into smaller lots. So you'll be able to grab those individually if you're interested in just adding 1 or 2 pieces to your army. You can get a focus on that. You can see she's got a nice clean hand here. You know, nice and simple. Looks good. Will easily mesh with your army. We have 1 more squad of Terminators. This squad of Deathwing Terminators has been painted to a tabletop quality standard, and they have been based as well. This is the same artist that did these models. So again, if you want to match up the style of painting, all you have to do is pick up these squads and then pick up that squad, and you're good to go. And we have 1 squad of regular Space Marines that have been slightly converted with these feathered, the front chassis on the bike. So these will definitely blend into either a Ravenwing army, or they can actually blend into a Blood Angels army, also very, very simple. And because they've only been primed black, then they're right ready to go if you want to bump them up to Ravenwing. I am noticing now that the shoulder pads do reflect Ravenwing. So if you decide you want to go with Blood Angels on these guys, you'll have to either chip off the shoulder pads or cover that up somehow. But definitely not difficult. If this is an army you'd like to commission, or an army like this you'd like to commission, just contact us at info@whitemetalgames.com. So this will be up on the block in the next couple days. Be sure to check us out on eBay. You can find us under eBay/user/whitemetalgames, or be sure to check us on our website at whitemetalgames.com. And I guess that's about it for now. So if you have an army of your own you'd like to consign, or you have any models you want to offload, anything geeky at all, be sure to check out our consignments link under our webpage for all the full details there. And until next time, Germany's Very Mountains.